I know what you were thinking right before you clicked on this video. Boy, I'd love to see a no restrictions best team right now. Well, congratulations, young viewer. You're getting your wish. The No Restrictions series is back, and if you've been following this series from the start, then you'll probably be able to guess a pretty significant portion of this team. You know the rules in a No Restrictions team. You can use trait evolutions, and really that might as well be it. We never end up with legendaries or egg moves anyway. It feels like the only real rule is you gotta have Alkazam or Gengar on the team. But, you know, maybe this will be the video that truly breaks the trend. With that said, let's waste no more time and just take a look. So you guys already know, we've got to start at the beginning of the things with the starter Pokemon. The always beloved Primarina. It's the best fairy type for these Alolan games, as we found out on the channel a few weeks ago. And so that meant it was the way for me to go when I wanted to start off this team. Popplio will eventually become Primarina at level 34, and when it reaches the final evolution, it'll have an absolutely powerful base 126 special attack and solid 116 special defense. Its water typing offers some great resistances, and considering just how much those two typings offer against the whole of Alola's most important battles, it was totally worth it to choose this starter over Incineroar or Decidueye. Let's get into the moves so you can better understand where I'm coming from. So, the moveset on Primarina is a rather basic one. It's filled with moves that fit and offer dominance. It's got Sparkling Area, Moonblast, Blizzard, and Energy Ball. So, Sparkling Area is learned upon evolution into Primarina at level 34. It's a great water type move and an easy pick. Then we have Moonblast, which comes a little bit later at level 44, and is such a powerful fairy type move, it'd be dumb not to use it. So next up is Blizzard, learned via TM, which is obtained in the Seafolk village for a fee. It's unfortunate it comes too late in the game, but it's all good. Then rounding out the set is Energy Ball, a TM found on Route 8, and you'll need Machamp Shove to get to it. A little coverage never hurt anybody, right? Alright, Primarina is able to use these moves to do well against the Totem Salazzle, the Totem Komodo, Olivia's entire team, Nanu's entire team, Hapu's entire team, Lucimene's Lilligant, Milotic, and Beware, Gladion's entire team except for Lucario, How's Leafeon and Incineroar, Acerolla's entire team except for Frostlass, Hala's entire Elite Four team, Olivia's entire Elite Four team, Healy's entire team except for Skarmory, and finally, Kukui's Lycanroc, Braviary, and Decidueye. See how dominant Primarina is in almost every important trainer battle? It's fantastic just what it can accomplish, and it's possibly the most important Pokemon on the team. This thing is truly awesome. So, next up we've got a Pokemon that you're gonna have to work pretty hard for to get on your team. If you recall back in my best flying type for every game video, you'll know what my choice for Sun and Moon is. Look, the simple fact is that regardless of how difficult it can be, Salamence is a Pokemon you can catch on Route 3 at level 9. That's right, a Pokemon that you normally wouldn't get until it hits level 50 is available right at the start of the games at an extremely hilarious low level. Now look, it's not easy to get this thing at all, but we're not talking about how easy it is to get these Pokemon, and instead how good they'll do in the game. You need to track down a Bagon on Route 3, which has a 1% chance of showing up. And from there, it needs to call for a Salamence, which is also a 1% chance. So, it's just not going to be easy to get that Salamence. Though, if you're patient enough, eventually a Bagon will call for a stupidly low-leveled Salamence to help it deal with your antics. From there, you just need to knock out Bagon and then capture Salamence. You may want to have some extra Pokeballs on you, because I highly doubt capturing a Salamence is going to be extremely easy by any stretch of the imagination. So you've got yourself a Pokemon with base 135 attack and 100 speed right at the start of the game. That kind of just sells itself, right? So let's get into the moves. Alright, the moveset on this incredibly powerful team member is Dragon Claw, Flamethrower, Brick Break, and Aerial Ace. Dragon Claw is learned at level 29, and Dragon Breath will hang around as a dragon move until then. Then we've got Flamethrower, which is learned at level 49. However, that's a long way off, so Ember will have to do it until then. It's not what you want, but we have to deal with it. Then we've got Brick Break, a very early TM found in Verdant Cavern. It'll be nice to do some good damage against ice types prior to Flamethrower becoming available. Finally, there is Aerial Ace. You'll be buying that in Mile City. Definitely better to have this than to have Fly. Now with these moves, our powerful dragon will be able to do well against the Totem Raticate and Gumshoes, the Totem Lurantis, the Totem Vikavolt, the Totem Komodo, Olivia's entire team, Nanu's Persian and Krokorok, Hapu's Dugtrio and Flygon, Guzma's entire team, Lucimene's Lilligant and Beware, Gladion's entire team except for Crobat, How's entire team except for Raichu, Acerolla's Delmice, Hala's entire Elite Four team, Olivia's entire Elite Four team except for Carbink, Kahili's Skarmory, and finally Kukui's entire team except for Braviary. Just imagine all the battles Salamence will dominate simply by being incredibly strong in the early game. Primarina might potentially be the most important member on the team, but Salamence is definitely going to be doing the most damage. So up next, we've got a veteran of Alolan best teams making its presence known on yet another team. It's a ground type. It's the draft horse Pokemon, Mudsdale. This absolutely massive horse was a great addition to the Pokedex in Alola, and it's a much deserved addition to the best team here today. You'll find Mudbray on Route 4 at the earliest, and at level 30, it'll evolve into Mudsdale. The power on Mudsdale, as well as its defense, is some of the best on the team today. And with its powerful moveset and stamina ability, it'll have the ability to really put on a clinic on this team. Let's get into the moveset, shall we? So, Mudsdale has Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Rock Slide, and Payback. Earthquake is learned at level 47, and before that, there's Bulldoze or High Horsepower until then. Heavy Slam up next, learned at level 34. It's going to hit nice and hard considering how much it weighs. I mean, have you ever seen a Clydesdale? Those things are stupid huge. Next up, it's Rock Slide. Go out to the Melee Sea after you have the Sharpedo Jet, and you can get the TM. You can use Rock Tomb until then. That TM is a bit easier to get in Wela Volcano Park. Finally, there's Payback. Melee City is where you'll buy that TM. Mudsdale isn't exactly any sort of speedy, so it'll usually be moving after the opponent, and thus Payback will hit quite hard. Mudsdale is going to bring the pain against the Totem Salazzle, the Totem Vikavolt, Olivia's entire team, Happy's Alolan trio, Guzma's entire team, Lucimene's Clefable and Mismagius, Gladion's entire team except for Savali, How's Raichu and Incineroar, Acerola's entire team except for Sableye, Hala's Elite 4 Crabominable, Olivia's entire Elite 4 team, Kahili's entire team except for Skarmory, and finally Kukui's Magnezone, Lycanroc, Alolan Ninetales, and Braviary. It's a nice smorgasbord of power that Mudsdale brings to a playthrough, and as you can see from what it covers, it does a pretty damn good job. Alright, it's time for the lightning round portion of this video. We've got Alkazam here. Are you shocked? Surprised? Perhaps a little sick of seeing this thing? Well, if you are, I've got some bad news for you. Alkazam is more than happy to be here, and it seemingly enjoys your sadness. Abra is on Route 2, and pretty quickly it'll turn into Alakazam. Is there anything else that needs to be said? I don't think so. I'll keep this short and sweet because this is the most obvious Alakazam moveset ever. It's Psychic, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, and Calm Mind. Psychic is learned at level 38, Focus Blast is a TM bought in the Seafolk Village, Shadow Ball is on Route 14, and finally Calm Mind is learned at level 41. See? I made it short and sweet. I've talked about this set already in the past a few times I think. It's just so good regardless of the generation. Alakazam is able to use these moves to do well against the Totem Salazzle, the Totem Mimikyu and Totem Komodo, Hala's entire team, Guzma's Ariados, Lucimene's Mismagius and Beware, Gladion's entire team except for Savali, How's entire team except for Leafeon, Acerola's entire team except for Sableye, Hala's entire Elite 4 team, Olivia's entire team except for Carbink, Kahili's Crobat, and finally Kukui's Lycanroc, Magnezone, Snorlax, and Decidueye. Alakazam's strength reaches far beyond just what it has super effective moves for. As always, Alakazam is just a dominant force. Next up, you guessed it, it's no restrictions. We had Alakazam, now it's time to add on Gengar. You guys didn't really think I'd leave off either of these Pokemon, did you? It's hard to pass up on both of them with how early they are available in these games. You can find Ghastly floating around in the Hyoli Cemetery on the first island. And just, capture it. Add it to the team. Evolve it into Haunter, and then into Gengar, and you've got 130 base special attack and 110 speed. It's too easy. Moveset, anyone? Gengar's moveset is about as obvious as Alakazam's was. Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Dark Pulse, and Dazzling Gleam is the wave here. Shadow Ball at level 33, Sludge Bomb via a TM you can get in the Team Skull Mansion, Dark Pulse at level 44, and finally Dazzling Gleam, which is a TM found in the Vast Pony Canyon. Now, that is definitely late, but it's all good. Let's see what it does well against. So, Gengar can use these moves to do well against the Totem Mimikyu, the Totem Komodo, Lucimene's Clefable, Lilligant, and Mismagius, How's Raichu and Leafeon, Acerola's entire team, Hala's entire Elite 4 team, and finally Kukui's Alolan Ninetales and Decidueye. It's not a huge list of Pokemon, but it doesn't have to be. The rest of the team is already taking out a lot of the important battles. Trust me when I say Gengar is well worth including on the team for its strong stab and fantastic stats. Let's wrap this team up with the Pokemon that was in the thumbnail. Now, it's the latest Pokemon you'll get on the team, that's for sure. You'll have to find an Elekid on Route 12, which is after you've beaten Sophocles' trial, and then you'll have to evolve it and then slap an Electrizer on it. Now, there's a chance you can find your Elekid or possibly an Electabuzz holding one already, which would definitely be convenient. However, if at moment you don't want to search for one, then you'll have to get one in Seafolk Village. Then after that, you've got to do a little trading, and you have the powerful Thunderbolt Pokemon Electivire. Its base 123 attack plays well with its typing in Alola, and it'll put in the work. How though? Well, let's look at the moveset and you'll see. Let's get the last moveset kicked up with Thunder and Fire Punch, Brick Break, and finally Rock Slide. Thunder Punch is learned at level 29, so it'll probably be on the Electabuzz or Elekid you first capture. Then Fire Punch will be learned from the move relearner just before the Elite Four, offering a little extra firepower. No pun intended. Brick Break we went over earlier, as with Rock Slide. You guys know when they'll be available. So finally, Electivire is able to do well against Nanu's Krokorok and Persian, Hapu's Alolan Duck Trio, Guzma's entire team, Lucimene's Milotic and Beware, Gladion's Crobat and Weavile, Howl's entire team except for Raichu, Acerolla's Delmice, Frostlass and Drifblim, Hala's Elite Four Hariyama, Poliwrath and Crabominable, Olivia's entire Elite Four team except for Carbink, Kahili's entire team, and finally Kukui's entire team. Electivire definitely comes through on a lot of those final battles, and considering it's the latest member you get on this team, that's all you could really ask for. Well, that's going to do it for yet another No Restrictions best team. It was a little light on during the No Restrictions end, as we've talked about Alkazam and Gengar a lot already. And who knows, maybe on the Ultra team, we'll be talking about them again. I wouldn't be too surprised. However, we'll find that out next time as we wrap up this video here. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think about this team. I hope you enjoy it. I thought it was a pretty cool one to put together. Hey, welcome to my new outro. A big thank you to everyone for watching the video. I want to give a huge thanks to my phenomenal team, and for the amazing art done each week by Danny the Demon. I couldn't do all this without them. If y'all enjoyed the video and want to see more content like this, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Be sure to leave a comment too. It really helps us out. I have a brand new TikTok for MysticUmbreon, and I've got a goal to get 10k followers over there. If we can hit that goal, I'm going to pick a random video suggested to me by you guys and do it. So go over there and leave a follow. Also over on MysticSage, we've still got 2 videos going up every weekend. We've got content from My Hero, to Demon Slayer, to Dragon Ball, so come and check it out. And also check out MysticSage on TikTok. Finally, I've got an Amazon store where I sell tons of cool stuff. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm MysticUmbreon, and I'll see you next time with some more amazing Pokemon content.